to the world of movie melee. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, back again in this epic golden ticket tournament where we have all sorts of people who have never played in a number one contenders match going head to head for their first shot at gold. Joining me tonight on the desk is once again the greatest stash in all of Multiplex, Mark Brzakala. How you doing? And what are your thoughts on this rematch we got ourselves tonight?
Yeah, no, it should be fun. You know, they're both. I don't know how much they're itching to get back at. Hopefully, a lot. I mean, and hopefully we get a good match out of this. I think it'd be fun.
Absolutely. The last time these two face off, it was pretty good. Anthony and Ryan, both 500 right now in their singles careers, both showing real good promise and strength throughout their career, a little bit up, a little bit of down, and now they find themselves right back to each other again tonight. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring in our challenger tonight, Ryan Payne, representing the Phoenix Club with his manager, Scott Harvey. You find yourself tonight back in Melee playing Anthony Tisdall once again. Your thoughts on this match, and how are you feeling to be back in Movie Melee?
I don't know what kind of karma justice that exists out there where I said I want a rival or an arch nemesis, but apparently it wants to give me Anthony, and I'm not complaining. Anthony's a good player. It was just like, it's just not too long ago. Yeah, we played singles, but then we've also played each other twice on two different team formats. I would not be surprised if when I start stepping into Fandom, he's one of my first opponents. So,
yeah, I mean, there is some comfort in familiarity. I guess we kind of know what we're going to get, maybe with Anthony. But yeah, he's a strong player. But I'm excited for Ryan to get this opportunity. He's been very close a couple times in the past of getting to that contender and even title match. And I think this is going to be a great opportunity. I want to see it to be all Phoenix Club in the final in that triple threat match. That would be great. So, yeah, good luck to Anthony, but hopefully better luck to us.
all right.
All right. Well, best of luck to you tonight. We'll take Scott out. We'll bring in Anthony Tisdall, representing Fun DMC, and the manager, Jake Meltzer. You guys, once again, same question to you. Back playing Ryan, back in Movie Melee. How are you feeling about the rematch and your odds in the Golden Ticket Tournament?
I mean, I'm going to continue my streak of what I say during everyone. My odds are terrible because I don't know how I'm higher ranked than him. He's very good, but we've played each other 1,000 times, so we're pretty even. But the last time he did get me in overtime, so that hurt. It was a director's question, so clearly I'm not winning that. But how can I be an arch nemesis with one of the nicest people in the leagues? Like, it's not arch nemesis. It's just somebody I have to constantly fucking play. It's so frustrating. But it's singles again. It's been a while since I've done a regular match, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, Mamma Mia, here we go again. Both this match and Anthony doubting himself. It's like a broken record over here in more ways than one. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun regardless. There's no hostility in any way, shape, or form here. I think this is just going to be a really fun match all the way around. And Anthony, seriously, stop doubting yourself right now.
It worked well for me before. I'm going to keep this trade rolling.
Fair enough.
Best of luck to you tonight. We will take Jake out. We'll go ahead and start with round number 1, which works like this. You are going to be getting 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of movies. Should you get 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You'll be playing with your whiteboard individually throughout the round. You have 3 repeats in the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get to round number 1?
Nah.
Well, I'm just going to change my position. Okay, perfect.
Right, perfect. And your first question will come in the category of recent releases. What 2022 film features a cast including Amanda Stenberg, Lee Pace, and Pete Davidson? Do you like any of these people, Mark?
I like the comedian in the group.
5.
I think he's
4,
funny.
3, 2, 1. We like funny people. Pens down. We'll start with Anthony.
Bodies cubed. Bodies.
And Ryan.
I was going to say Bodies Cube, but yeah, Bodies.
Bodies is correct. One of the 10 best of the year. We'll go to Mark for your next question. 1-1.
Yeah, we're going on to your next category in sports. What MLB team does Billy Beane meet with about working for the team at the end of Moneyball?
So what do you think the baseball pitch would be if you were to throw a money ball?
just be like a ball that's just wad up in a bunch of hundreds, and you just throw it at somebody, it just explodes into 100 balls.
3, 2,
That's a great answer.
1. Bezos throws those. Pens down. We're gonna go to Ryan.
Oh man, I said Boston Red Sox.
Anthony.
Boston Red Sox.
Oof.
Boston Red Sox is correct. 2-2 as we get to your third question in the category of action adventure. Who appeared in the 80s action films Predator, Death Hunt, and Action Jackson? I would love to have a name like Action Jackson, but unfortunately, I am just a Kaleb.
I mean, that would be. I feel like if it were like for me, it would be like a mid-level adjective. It wouldn't be like a hard adjective.
3, 2,
like mid-mark or something.
1.
Mark made the shot there.
Mid-mark. I love it. We're gonna go to Anthony,
Carl Weathers.
and we're gonna go to Ryan.
That's one of my favorite lines. One-offs. Carl Weathers.
Both are correct. We're still even 3-3 as we get to the fourth question.
Which will come in the category of Oscars. Name one of the 2 people nominated for an Oscar for their performance in Lawrence of Arabia.
I like the adjective descriptor for a name. I think that'd be fun. I think mine would just be like Crazy Kaleb. Is that the best you got?
This guy might not even be
Misspelled.
Yeah, right. 3, 2, 1. Has to be. Pens down. We're gonna go to Ryan.
I said Omar Sharif.
We're gonna go to Anthony.
Is Peter O'Toole even in that?
Both of you are correct. Both
Oh,
options said, and we are tied 4-4. Both are perfect halfway through the round as we get to your next question in the category of animation. What kind of animal is the Sheriff of Nottingham in Disney's Robin Hood? I feel like this is a formative film for a lot of people. Is this one you grew up watching a lot?
Should, but it's not. Lean towards the '90s live action one myself.
Fair. 2, 1. Pens down. I prefer the one with men in tights. We're gonna go to Anthony.
See a wolf?
We're gonna go to Ryan.
I was saying wolf too. I was about to say coyote, but I decided to stick with it.
Well, I'm glad you did because wolf is correct, and we are still perfect 5-5 as we get to your next question.
I have to stop
the
playing.
snout.
You play
It's
too
the
much.
snout of the sheriff. I'm like, looks like a wolf or a coyote.
That it is. Which come in the category of '90s. The first victim represents which deadly sin in Seven?
I hate Deadly Sins. I hate Seven. It makes me uncomfortable. It's a great movie, but it makes me just
That's good. I was thinking of a bunch of riffs where I just like list the 7 deadly sins. That wouldn't have been great.
Probably not a good idea. Yeah, 5, 4, 3.
You give me a 1 out of 7 chance.
1.
Appreciate it.
Pens down. We will go to Ryan.
I'm more of a fan of the manga turned anime 7 Deadly Sins. I went with Gluttony.
Anthony.
Gluttony.
And look at that. They're both perfect 6-6 as we get to your penultimate question in the round in the category of comedy. In what 2000s comedy would you find the hit TV show Crime Scene, Scene of the Crime?
To that.
Oh, man. Are you a fan of TV, Mark?
I mean, like The Last of Us so far.
I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
I like it. Pretty close to the game, but let's see how they adapted more.
2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Anthony.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
And we're gonna go to Ryan.
Thank God for getting Sarah Marshall's.
They're both correct, 7-7. And if either or
Jesus
both hit the
Christ.
next question, we have a potentially 1 or 2 perfect rounds. Mark, go ahead and hit them with the final question of the round.
Yep, and it'll come in the category of classics.
Oh.
Yeah, well, this is fun.
What U.S. city is Double Indemnity set in?
Balls.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
This is one where I almost don't want to talk just because it's just everything is on the line on this one.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
5,
I just need the city.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Ryan.
It's a crime movie, so most crime movies are set in Chicago?
and Anthony.
I went with San Francisco.
And with that, no perfect round. The answer we were looking for was Los Angeles, but we are tied 7-7
That was the other one.
coming out of round number 1. An incredible round 1 showing.
New York. It's
I
always
was
those-
sweating. I was sweating. We did not have the bonus on hand, so that worked out. We're moving on to round number 2.
You didn't have to tell people that.
That's fine.
It's fine. I had one ready to go quickly. It was all good. All right. We're moving on to round number 2, which works like this. This is the wheel round. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the Lovely Wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt multiple choice. It devalues it down to being only worth 1. If you don't like the category you land on the first time, you can spin again, but you're stuck with it on the second time. There is stealing in this round, so be aware. Because we are tied, we will go to Anthony and his manager first. Would you like to go first or defer? Your categories on the wheel tonight are 2000s, Chris Evans, horror, family, actors and actresses, recent releases, 90s, and Audrey Hepburn, with Hepburn being, obviously your strength, and Chris Evans being Ryan's strength.
Not that obvious.
I'll probably just go second. I mean, this wheel's
Yeah,
fine.
I would say second. This is a pretty good wheel for us, and just proud you pulled Peter O'Toole.
Dude, that was a whole guess, but I'll take it. We'll go second.
All right, so let's bring in Scott, and this will be the spin for Ryan.
Great
And it's
round
on
1.
recent releases. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Ooh.
I don't know how you feel. I know it wouldn't be terrible, but maybe we spin again here.
You are right. It would not be terrible, but recent releases, I mean, it's at this point, it's no longer just movies released in theaters anymore. So it's a mixture of streaming. So
Okay.
I'm going like it's much wider. So I'll risk it.
Okay, let's spin again.
All right, you're stuck with whatever you land on this time, and you land on actors and actresses.
Okay.
So we get questions in
Okay.
actors and actresses.
Work your way
Mark,
through
would you
it.
like to go ahead and give him his questions in the category of actors and actresses?
Yes, I will do that. Ryan, you're prepared for your questions and actors and actresses. Take that as a yes.
No,
Yeah,
all right.
sorry. I'm like,
The first question. Who appears in the films Children of Men, Crimson Peak, and Cold Mountain?
ooh.
5, 4, 3,
Multiple choice.
2.
Multiple choice options are A. Julianne Moore, B. Clive Owen, C. Nicole Kidman, or D. Charlie Hunnam.
Crap. She was one of the 3 that popped in my head. I'm gonna say Julianne Moore.
That is incorrect. Going over to Anthony for the 1-point steal. Is it A. Julianne Moore, B. Clive Owen, C. Nicole Kidman, or D. Charlie Hunnam?
The only one I can think of in Crimson Peak is Charlie Hunnam. Final answer.
That's correct for the 1-point steal.
Gotta touch my computer real quick.
I was hoping Julianne Moore had a surprise cameo in Crimson Peak.
All right. That
Good
moving
one.
on to your second question, actors and actresses. What was the first film in which both Gene Hackman and Gene Wilder appeared in?
What the hell? No Heroes. Bonnie and Clyde. Final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
Wow.
Moving on to your next question. Who plays tabloid journalist Freddie Lowndes in Red Dragon?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's correct for another 2 points. Now on to your penultimate question. Marlon Brando and Rod Steiger play brothers in what film?
I'm not doing a speech. On the Waterfront.
That's correct for 2 points.
I'm trying to talk less.
And your final question in actors and actresses. Who plays Mayrose Prizzy, daughter of Dominic, in Prizzy's Honor?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A. Kathleen Turner, B. Angelica Houston, C. Marissa Tomei, or D, Mercedes Rule?
I'm going to go with Marissa Tomei.
That is incorrect. Going over to Anthony for the 1-point steal. Is it A, Kathleen Turner, B, Angelica Houston, C, Marissa Tomei, or D, Mercedes Rule?
I have no idea. I'll go with the person I don't know, Mercedes Rule.
It's also incorrect. We're looking for B, Angelica Houston.
Yeah, there you go.
Mercedes was also my second choice.
At the end of that turn, Ryan gets himself up to 13. That steal puts Anthony at 8 as we bring back the wheel and Mr. Meltzer for Anthony's spin. At the wheel, spin is away, and it lands on the 1990s. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think that's pretty good for us.
Yeah, it's not a strength. It's not one of the ones I don't want. I think that's
You were actually alive the entire decade.
I was, and it was a great one.
Yeah.
I think I'll keep this. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, keeping the decade of the 1990s. Let's say goodbye to Jake for now. All right, your questions in the category of the 1990s. Your first question: who directed Addams Family Values?
I'm gonna mess this name up, I think. I'll go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Steve Barron, B, Barry Sonnenfeld, C, Tamara Davis, or D, Steve Rash.
B.
That is correct for 1 point.
I knew I was gonna mess up that last name.
Your second question: how much is the entry fee for the poker tournament in Maverick? Five, four, three,
multiple.
Two. Multiple choice options are A, 10,000, B, 20,000, C, 25,000, or D, 35,000.
So 500 would have been wrong. C.
That is correct for 1 point.
Cool.
Your third question: The X-Files opens with Mulder and Scully investigating a bomb threat in what U.S. city?
Oh my god.
Five, four, three.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Seattle, B, Dallas, C, Charlotte, D, Salt Lake City.
Seattle.
That is incorrect. Right on the transfer for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Seattle, B, Dallas, C, Charlotte, or D, Salt Lake City.
I'm going to go B.
That would be correct. Dallas for 1 point. All right. So we go back to Anthony here for your fourth question, your penultimate one. Sylvester Stallone's character has what specific disability in Copland?
God damn, all these fucking moves. I haven't seen. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, deaf in one ear, B, blind in one eye, C, prosthetic arm, or D, paraplegic.
Deaf in one ear.
That's correct for 1 point. And your final question in 90s. Which 90s Stephen King adaptation is about a reporter who travels to a town where her mother has been arrested for the murder of a woman she worked for?
Oh, shit. What the hell is that one called?
5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2, 1. That is Anthony's first repeat. Which 90s Stephen King adaptation is about a reporter who travels to a town where her mother has been arrested for the murder of a woman she worked for?
Dolores Claiborne.
That is correct for 2 points. So with that, at the end of round number 2, I have Ryan with a 1-point lead of 14-13 as we get into round number 3, which is the pick your poison round. Works like this. We're going to give you a couple of categories that you can pick to make your 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. You cannot overlap categories at the same point value with your opponent. We go until someone is back eliminated, or we have a winner. Ryan has all 3 repeats. Anthony has 2. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, then we'll let these two pick their categories. We'll get back to you momentarily. All right, we are back from categories. Ryan selected his 1 in rom-coms, his 2 in biopics, his 3 in sports, and his 4 in Will Smith. Anthony selected his 1 in animation, his 2 in sports, his 3 in Will Smith, and his 4 in horror. Because Ryan's in the lead by 1, Anthony will go first until he takes the lead. Because I gave Anthony's questions, Mark will give Anthony's questions. I will give Ryan his. So, Mark, go ahead.
Alrighty. All right, we will begin with Anthony. You're a 1-pointer in animation. What classic Disney film features the characters Flower, Thumper, and Fraulein?
Bambi.
That's correct for 1 point.
Ties it up, sends it back to Ryan, who now has to hit his 1. Ryan, you selected your 1 in the category of romantic comedies. Your question is, which actress starred in the films The Holiday, The Other Woman, and The Sweetest Thing?
What was that? Sorry. Cameron Diaz.
That is correct for 1 point.
I thought someone was like super excited about those movies.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Woo!
I heard that too.
Or is that just a new soundbite?
I don't think so.
Oh,
All right, so Ryan takes a 1-point lead, sends it back to Anthony, who will get his 2.
Which will come in the category sports. What was the first film in which Kevin Costner portrayed a professional baseball player?
I don't know what came out first. I'll just say Field of Dreams.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Bull Durham.
That was the other one. I just don't know what came out first. Okay.
All right, so we'll stay with Anthony for his 3-pointer.
Which is in the category Will Smith. In the film Ali, Mario Van Peebles plays which historical figure in scenes set in the 1960s?
Martin Luther King?
It's incorrect. We were looking for Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen it.
So we are now in the situation where Anthony has to hit his 4 to send it back to Ryan and stay in the game. If he does not, Ryan will win the match.
That come down to your 4-pointer in horror. Ron Perlman's character suffers a beating that causes him to wear a bandage on what specific body part in Guillermo del Toro's Kronos?
It was his nose.
That is correct for 4 points to stay alive in this one.
Thanks for a Del Toro 4-pointer.
Del Toro coming up, saving him, takes him the lead, 18-15, sends it back to Ryan. Ryan, you selected your 2-pointer in the category of biopics, and your question is, in which biopic does Meryl Streep star opposite Jim Broadbent and Olivia Colman?
Wait. The only one I can think of, The Iron Lady.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
We're now in a position right now where if Ryan hits either his 3 or his 4, he will win the game. If he does not hit either, then Anthony will win the game. We go to Ryan for your 3-pointer. You have chosen the category of sports. Basketball scout Stanley Sugarman recruits the player Bo Cruz from which European country in the Adam Sandler film Hustle?
No!
Hands, Ryan.
Sorry. Oh. Ugh. Repeat the question.
That was Ryan's first repeat. Basketball scout Stanley Sugarman recruits the player Bo Cruz from which European country in the Adam Sandler film Hustle?
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna say Italy.
5, 4. That is incorrect. We were looking for Spain. So it all comes down to this. Your 4-pointer in the category of Will Smith. If you hit it, you win and move on in the golden ticket. If you miss, Anthony will move on in the golden ticket tournament. Your 4-pointer in the category of Will Smith.
Okay.
Which Will Smith film follows characters who are looking for something called the Light of Zartha?
Men in Black 2.
And your winner, Ryan Payne. The answer was Men in Black 2. Very, very close game, Mark. Came down to the fours, came down to the wire in this one. Thoughts on the match?
And that was pretty good. We started out really hot. Both players getting 7 in round 1, and just kind of continued on from there. And it was and especially like in the later rounds where the lead kept changing. And Anthony just had a little trouble, with a couple of those questions around 3. But if not, this match probably going another way.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they had the exact same accuracy. They were tied on round 1, both almost going perfect. Very good game from both competitors. Unfortunately, today, though, Ryan comes out victorious. So we'll go ahead. We'll talk to our unfortunate second-place finisher today, Anthony Tisdall. An incredible showing from someone who does not believe in himself. You played very good today, sir. Thoughts on your performance and thoughts on the match as a whole?
I mean, I kind of predicted this was going to go down to a 4-pointer. I had a feeling that it was going to go there. The other one I had Bull Durham in my head. I suck at. I don't know when anything came out. I don't care, so I didn't really know which one was first. So I just guessed the one that was a little more obvious. Didn't see Ali. I mean, I pretty much again kind of pretty close.
You were close.
I was
you were
close. Same general idea. But round 1, I was pretty shocked. That turned out well when the questions go your way. And the 90s, they didn't go my way as much. Movies I may seen once or haven't seen at all. And thank you for the 4-pointer. I love it when it goes right up my alley. But Ryan got one right up his alley. So
I was gonna say that happened to both of you.
Yeah.
Ryan getting a geek movie, you getting a Del Toro movie at your 4-pointer. I think it just came down to round 2. Just that was a tough round. Those 90s questions were tough from movies that aren't as forward in the consciousness. But I think he played really well. I think I'll admit I was a little surprised you got 7 coming out of round 1 too.
Everyone was.
No, you were right in there, and it's just how it goes with when you and Ryan play. It's always close, and it just he just got the 4-pointer in his wheelhouse. I also recommend him watch Hustle, not just because his faction mate is in the movie, because it's really good. But I'm proud of you, man, and I'm excited for you to get back in the ring in Fandom. I know you've been working more on that these days, so you don't get retired. But great job today, and Ryan played well too. He's a formidable competitor always. So,
can I stop playing him?
Potentially. But is there? Speaking of playing people, are there any people on your bucket list here, Melee, that you're hoping to play next when you come back? Because you're definitely going to be back at some point.
Yeah, there's one. There's one person. I think I mentioned it at the end of last year, and it's you. Because you're the one person I haven't played. You're the one person I haven't played, and it's like I want to do that.
I would love that match. Maybe the melee gods can make that happen at some point this season. But I would love to have that happen as well. We gotta bring it here as well. It's gotta happen everywhere.
Yeah, it's gotta happen everywhere.
It's gotta happen everywhere. But you played great. Hopefully we'll see you again soon this season. We go now to our winner today, Ryan Payne, victorious in the rematch. You move on in the golden ticket. Thoughts on the tournament? Thoughts on how your performance was today?
I will say, I'm not surprised Anthony got 7 points because look,
Yeah.
As much as Anthony likes to do the whole self-deprecating thing, be down on himself, I played him in different formats to where he's more sharper than I am with trivia.
He kicked my ass in Warzone. So.
Yeah. And also, the Sandler question is nothing to do with the fact I didn't see the film. It stands with ever since around 2015 after seeing Jack and Jill, I was pretty much done with Adam Sandler. So I watched nothing of his after that film. So I missed out on some more of the better projects he's done. And now that with the added knowledge that Jake has told me that one of our faction mates is in that film, now that I'm obligated to watch it, but it's not giving me more incentive to watch it because who knows when Sandler's going to pop up on here again.
Yeah, I sympathize with Ryan's position regarding Adam Sandler, but I also agree that Hustle is definitely worth the watch. But yeah, this was a great match. Came down to the end, Ryan with the walk-off winner, and I am glad that it sort of balanced out on the 4-pointer after Anthony got fortunate with the Del Toro. But this was a really close match, and flip of the coin could have gone the other way on a different day.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if he knew my sports question because I definitely knew his sports question.
Yeah.
With that, you move on in the golden ticket picture. Is there anyone in this golden ticket tournament that you're hoping to face off with before the end of the finals?
Honestly, no. I mean, for me, when it comes to singles, I always say there's people I want to face against, but then I end up facing them in a different format, either teams or in. Now that I'm joining Fandom, I'm going to be playing a lot more different people in Fandom singles. So at this point, it's like whoever I have up next, great. I look forward to a fantastic match, and I'm definitely going to make sure I am up to date on Adam Sandler moving forward.
That's very fair. Well, we'll see you in the next round. Congratulations on your win, and we will see you, as I said, in the next round. Mark, put a bow on it as we wrap this one up.
Yeah, it is funny as Scott had brought it up, and I forgot. Oh yeah, like Anthony's beaten 2 people who are at least 2 people on this call in this league. So he can play that up as much, but we know he's good. So
He's good.
We'll be seeing him again soon. And Ryan, moving on. Ryan is always a fun player to go against, and whoever ends up facing him, it'll be a good match.
Absolutely. But with that is going to wrap up today's edition of the Golden Ticket Tournament here in Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you so much for watching. That has been Anthony. That has been Jake. That has been Scott. That has been Ryan. This has been Mark. I have been Caleb. And this has been Multiplex Movie Melee. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
He's been taken.
Bye.